Welcome to another episode of Tax Sale Starters. My name is Carlton Hoskins, and here you're going to find the latest tips and insights to improve your investments with tax liens and tax deeds. So if this is your market and this is what you're investing, welcome. We're glad to have you here. The way we do this is that we get the comments from our audience. We talk to investors and they provide us the questions. We provide the answers. And I love to bring in the experts. And as always, I'm going to be bringing an expert this week. The question of the day is, if you get a property from a sheriff tax deed sale and there are no liens, can you get title insurance normally? I think that's a really great question. We're going to answer that in just a moment. Okay, so let's just jump right into your question, because I think this is a really important question for many investors. When they get the lien from the auction or deed from the auction, how easy is it to get title insurance? And what I'm going to do is bring in my favorite, Brian Seidensticker from Tax Sale Resources. Again, they're the largest data service providers in the United States. And since they provide this data for tax lien and tax deed investors, who better to ask than the masters of the data? And I think they can answer a lot of questions that otherwise typical investors would just kind of answer based off of their own experience rather than the knowledge of the pros. So, Brian, help us out here. We need to know, if you get a property from a sheriff tax deed sale and there are no liens, can you get title insurance normally?
So I'll interpret this one a little bit. That every state calls their auctions something different, and sometimes it's the actual sheriff sales that are what we consider to the tax deed auctions. And Ohio is a perfect example where they have the auctions through the sheriff's office. Every state's different. You're going to hear me say that all the time. Most states do not have insurable title after the auction, whether there's any liens on that property or not, because it's not the liens that are establishing where it's insurable. It's actually the chain of title, meaning who has interest and ownership of that property, regardless of the liens that are on the property. So there could be zero liens, but you still can't go get title insurance in most states. You have to do something in addition to buying the property, meaning you have to either go through a quiet title process, you have to go through a title certification process there's different services out there, or you have to wait a certain amount of time. You have to do one of those things in order to have insurable title. So the short answer is no, you can't just go get title insurance in most states. Now, back to Ohio as the example. Ohio is very unique in the fact that the process that's used to foreclose on the properties and sell the properties in Ohio result in having insurable title if there's no other liens. So Ohio, for instance, you could go to the sheriff auction, you could buy the property. If there are no liens, you can still get title insurance, but that is an exception, not the norm. Most states, that is not how it works.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that, Brian. Appreciate you joining us every week and sharing us with these tips and insights. Okay, you all heard it. That is the answer. If you missed it, rewind it, play it again. If you have questions and comments about that, put them down below so that we can answer your questions in the next video or whenever we get an opportunity to do so. This station is about you. The content is about you. We're trying to help you become a better investor. Don't forget the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can keep up with the latest tips and insights. Share it, talk to your friends, tell them about it. If they're investing, this is where they need to be. And as always, check out taxsalefinders.com. It is my go-to when I'm investing in tax liens and tax deeds. You're able to pull auction lists. You can find out when the next coming auction is there. You can do all of your research without going all over the world looking for the information. It is just one of the best kept secrets to slice bread. So check it out, taxsalefinders.com. You'll see a scanning below. And until we talk again, happy investing.